It certainly is a gorgeous morning here on this trail. I got out of here at the crack of dawn because today I'm going home. This little lake is iced over. It's cold! And in other news, I am literally wearing every article of clothing that I brought on this trip, including my long john. This is the second through hike that I've done where I'm ending in my base layer. It's just so cold. I wonder if I'll be following this little river all the way down the mountain, the same way that I followed that other little river all the way up the mountain. All right, it's story time. So, was it yesterday? The day before yesterday, when I was climbing out of Death Canyon, I looked up at the top of the canyon where I was supposed to camp. And I was in a really bad place. I really didn't know if I was going to make it. And I was not feeling confident. So I looked up on the shelf where I was supposed to be camping. And there was a person standing there with a bright blue jacket. And I was like, oh my God, humans! I got to get up there. And that bright blue jacket pulled me up that mountain. I didn't know who it was. I didn't care. I didn't care if I ever saw them again. I just felt like there are people up there. This is a reality or a possibility, and I am going to drag my butt up that mountain if it's the last thing I do. So I did. Then I found my camp spot, went to bed, yada yada, woke up. The next morning, I'm hiking out, and lo and behold, I see the guy with the blue jacket and I yell at him like from probably 50 feet away. I was like, I just want you to know you saved my life yesterday. And he's like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then I just kept hiking, right? About 20 minutes later, Mr. Blue Jacket and the rest of his gang met up with me on the trail because, of course, I'm slow. That's like an understatement, how slow I am. So they passed me up. And as they were passing me up, they're like, hey, what's going on? Like, tell us your story. So I told them the story. And I was like, I just want you to thank you so much and whatever. Then, turns out, they're from the same town that I'm from. Like, one of them lives 30 minutes away from me. I was like, damn, small world. Oh, please hold. There's a sign. I gotta pay attention. Okay, I'm on the right trail. I hope. Anyway, so they take off because, of course, they're like, you know, expert hikers, and this is my second through hike ever. So they take off, and I'm like, have fun, guys. And we determined that we're gonna be in the same camp zone, but like the likelihood of ever seeing each other again is super slim. So then, of course, yesterday, I had that big moment where I added 6 miles onto my day, and I started up my second pass of the day, and lo and behold, on the top of that pass was a person with a blue jacket. I was like, oh my God, they waited for me or something. Like, it's just magic. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. Okay, sometimes you just gotta stop and look at the scenery. I mean, that's why we're here, right? Anyway, blue jacket. Okay, so I was so excited to see this person with the blue jacket. And when I saw them, I was at this fork where I could either go home or I could... Hey, bear! Please hold. Anyway, okay, so I could either go home or I could climb up the pass I was originally supposed to climb up the first time and make it to my camp area. So I see this person with the blue jacket. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go up. This is my sign. Don't go home, go up. So I start climbing up. They start climbing down and I'm super excited. I'm like, I'm gonna see my friends again. It wasn't my friends. It was just a random guy in a blue jacket. But it was that blue jacket that got me up that hill for the second day in a row. Man, I've just been following the blue jacket this entire time. So of course I make it into camp like pretty much at dusk. Well, let's be real, it was dark out. Pitched my tent, fell right to sleep. And this morning I got up thinking, I'm never gonna see those guys again, ever. Which is fine. That's kind of how the trail works, right? You make acquaintances and they get you through a tough place and then you go on with your life. So I'm hiking down this canyon or this mountain here to get to the canyon and I hear voices. So I look over, blue jacket. So I'm like, hey, are you the guys that I met yesterday? And they're like, yeah, what happened to you? Are you okay? And so I told them my epic story. They made me a cup of coffee and I just feel like I'm floating. Oh shoot, my shoelace is untied. This is the story that never ends. Anyway, the point is that for the second day in a row, these guys, or maybe even the third day in a row, these guys with the blue jackets have just made my hike perfect. Or at least they've continued to motivate me to get up the mountain and finish this damn hike, which I am so excited to do. So excited. It's gonna be a great day. I just came across 2 day hikers. The first day hiker tells me, be careful, there's a moose ahead. Moose like to charge you. And you're not supposed to challenge them, so you keep your head down and you duck out of their way. Then I met up with 2 more day hikers who said, oh, I haven't seen a moose, but I saw a grizzly and her 2 cubs. So there's that. I've made it to Inspiration Point. And below me is Jenny Lake, if I'm correct, yeah?
This is Jenny Lake, yeah.
Yeah, Jenny Lake. So I'm 3 miles from my car. Woo! I did it again, y'all. I was busy looking at the scenery and talking to my new friend, coincidentally, who was also wearing a blue jacket. And I totally missed the freaking trailhead. So I sat down, looked at my maps, which I am now becoming very good at reading. If I would just pay attention to the trailheads. And it looks like if I go down to Jenny Lake Trailhead, I can do some road walking back to my original spot. So it's still a loop. I will still be completing my journey. It just won't all be trail, which I'm a little bummed about, to tell you the truth, but my legs are shaky. I've been on like 400 to 700 calories a day and I am done. And the only way to correct my mistake was to go a mile back uphill. And y'all, I don't have it in me. I can't do another hill, not today. So I'm gonna do the road walk, and I'm real happy. I'm happy. I'm happy because I'm about to finish my first through hike, and this one was a doozy.